1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. Prime Minister will pay a 2-day official visit to Qatar from tomorrow to hold in-depth consultations with the Qatari leadership. Information Minister says a cash assistance is being provided to the flood victims on the directions of Prime Minister. Minister of State for Finance says Pakistan is not facing any risk of default. A week-long negotiations nationwide anti-polio campaign began across the country today. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has condemned complete media blackout imposed by the Modi regime in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In Afghanistan, at least 20 people have been killed in flash floods in central part of the country. And now the news in details. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will pay a 2-day official visit to Qatar from tomorrow on the invitation of Amir of State of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamd Al Thani. This would be the Prime Minister's first visit to Qatar after assuming the office. The Prime Minister will be accompanied by a high-level delegation including key members of the cabinet. During the visit, Shehbaz Sharif will hold in-depth consultations with the Qatari leadership. The two sides will review the entire spectrum of bilateral relations with a particular focus on advancing energy-related cooperation, deepening trade and investment ties, and exploring greater employment opportunities for Pakistani in Qatar. They will also exchange views on a range of regional and international issues of mutual interest. The Prime Minister will also engage with leading Qatari and Pakistani business leaders, investors and entrepreneurs. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says Pakistan is an attractive destination for foreign investment. He was talking to investment manager FinFund Finland, Ula Maija, in Islamabad today. Shehbaz Sharif reiterated the importance of long-standing relations between Pakistan and Finland based on mutual cooperation in diverse fields. Ula Maija informed the Prime Minister about the interest FinFund has investing in areas of renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, financial institutions and digital infrastructure solutions in Pakistan. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mariam Aurangzeb says cash assistance is being provided to the flood victims on the directions of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Talking to media in Islamabad this afternoon, she said 25,000 rupees cash is being provided to each flood-affected family under the Benazir Income Support Program. She further said cash assistance will provide immediate relief to the flood-affected people, enabling them to procure medicines and food items by their own. The minister said the Prime Minister has also directed the Finance Division to release a fund of 5 billion rupees established for relief measures in the flood-hit areas. She further said a joint survey in collaboration of the National Disaster Management Authority and provincial authorities has begun to assess the damage caused to houses as well as the number of deaths in the flood-related incidents. King Salman Humanitarian Aid Relief Centre has dispatched 100 emergency relief trucks carrying 950 tons loaded with essential food items to flood-affected areas to meet the needs of the people. 10,000 food packages will help flood-affected people living in 17 districts in all the provinces of Pakistan. Each food package comprises all necessary essential food items. Weighted 95 kg contains 80 kg of flour, cooking oil of 5 liters, 5 kg of sugar, 5 kg of dal chana, which is sufficient for the family for the whole month. The food bags will be distributed in collaboration with the National Disaster Management Authority and local government. Over 70,000 people will benefit from this emergency relief. Chief Executive Officer Pakistan Railways Farrukh Taimur Ghalzi has said Pakistan Railways is working day and night to restore the tracks and yards to facilitate the passengers. In a statement in Lahore today, he said operation of various trains have badly affected due to heavy rains in different parts of Sindh and Balochistan. In Afghanistan, 20 people have been killed and 35 injured in flash floods in central part of the country. A disaster management official said the heavy rain destroyed thousands of homes and damaged agricultural land in Logar province. Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid, in a video message, appealed to the international community, especially Islamic countries and humanitarian organizations, to urgently help the Afghanistan government in providing relief to the flood victims. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister of State for Finance Aisha Ghaus Pasha has categorically stated that Pakistan is not facing any risk of default. She was addressing at the launching ceremony of special report titled Economic Security of Pakistan, Challenges and a Way Forward in Islamabad today. She said Pakistan has ensured external financing needs for the next year. However, the challenges at economic front are significant. She further said due to prudent economic measures taken by the government, the rupee has gained strength and imports have been significantly reduced. A week-long national anti-polio campaign began across the country today. Over 40 million children under the age of 5 years will be administered polio drops in 142 districts of the country. In Punjab, 22 million children under 5 years of age will be administered anti-polio vaccines during the campaign. According to Health Department Sindh, 9 million children will receive anti-polio drops in the province during the week-long campaign. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, about 7.2 million children will be administered anti-polio drops. Over 25,000 teams are taking part in the campaign. Senior All-Party Hurriyat Conference leader Mirwais Umar Farooq has said there is complete media blackout imposed by the Modi regime in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, Mirwais Umar Farooq said this while talking to a BBC correspondent from the window of his house where he is under house arrest. He said that the media is not allowed to publish the statements of All-Party Hurriyat Conference leadership. He refuted the Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha's assertions that the senior All-Party Hurriyat Conference leader is free to meet anyone. The BBC correspondent herself exposed the blatant lies of the Modi-installed governor when she went outside the residence of Mirwais Umar Farooq to meet him. Meanwhile, in a statement, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference spokesperson said that Modi-led fascist Indian government cannot suppress the Kashmiris' freedom sentiment through arrests, house detentions and other brutal measures. The leaders of the United States, Britain, France and Germany held a conversation on efforts to revive the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. In a statement, in White House said that we discussed ongoing negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. The European Union and US last week said they were studying Iran's response to what the EU has called its final proposal to revive the deal. Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the United Nations and Saudi Arabia have condemned a terrorist attack in Mogadishu which killed at least 21 people. OIC Secretary General Hussein Brahim Taha expressed his strong condemnation of the heinous attack and his solidarity with the victims' families, the government and the people of Somalia. He reiterated the OIC's principled position against terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. In a statement, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the attack and said the UN supported the people of Somalia in their fight against terrorism and their march towards peace. In the 18th match of Kashmir Premier League, Jammu Jambaz beat Bagh Stallions by 4 runs at Muzaffarabad today. Batting first, Jambaz Stallions scored 169 runs for all out in 20 overs. In reply, Bagh Stallions scored 165 for 9 in allotted 20 overs. In today's second match, Muzaffarabad Tigers will face Mirpur Royals at 7 p.m. in Muzaffarabad. And finally, the weather. Hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind, thunder shower is expected at isolated places in northeast Balochistan, upper Sindh, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeastern Punjab, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister will pay a 2-day official visit to Qatar from tomorrow to hold in-depth consultations with Qatari leadership. Information Minister says cash assistance is being provided to the flood victims on the directions of Prime Minister. Minister of State for Finance says Pakistan is not facing any risk of default. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio, Pakistan News Official.